It feels like I'm falling through my bed, through the floorboards, into the gates of hell. You just kind of don't know what's reality and what's not. You're just in like a middle ground.
When I was closing my eyes, I was seeing like really scary pictures, almost like a nightmare sequence, like a movie. Zooming in and out of focus in my brain. And their eyes were like rolling back in their head, like dice or like an 8-ball.
Psychosis is really a symptom. By that definition, people experience things that are, demonstrably not reality. So it's not a shared reality. They're perceiving something that another person does not perceive at all. And by that definition of a group, the one person who is totally different is not experiencing the reality of everyone else.
When I was younger, my dad passed away when I was 10, and at my old house, I would see him all the time. And like my family literally thought I was crazy, and they were like, you're dreaming, you're just a little kid, whatever. I would always just see him in the corner of the mirror, or I would wake up and he'd be sitting on the edge of my bed, or like he used to play like incredible piano. So I would be home alone, like completely alone, and we had a grand piano that he loved to play. I would always hear him playing it downstairs, and I was never scared of it. I know it's him.
But I don't know, I don't really talk about it to a lot of people because I don't want people to think I'm crazy.
They know where you live, they know everything about you. They know everything about you. They know every detail. It's only a amount of time until they strike. Last night, we were just drinking, and then I just saw like a black figure like run across. It looks like they're all just like walking into a party. And they're like coming out of a portal. And they're all coming out of that door. It doesn't sound like it's coming from behind me.
This on the ceiling right in front of his face.
It sounds like it's in my brain. There's two people in my brain.
He wondered.
I made an appointment with my therapist, like an emergency appointment, because I was like, oh my God, I'm losing my mind. All she said to me was like, you have bad anxiety and your mind can play tricks on you. I've had my mind play tricks on me. In the dark, you think you see things because it's dark and your eyes can't adjust, things like that. But like, I'd never experienced something like that. And when she told me like, you have anxiety and your mind can play tricks on you, it felt like she wasn't actually listening to what I was saying and she didn't understand.
The 1930s, 40s, 50s, and 60s, every state in the United States and many cities had insane asylums, right? They had state institutions where people would be locked up. And then in the mid-century, people discovered the first medication, and they were being then released, and actually then funding for a lot of these state institutions completely dried up. It was very expensive to house people like this for their entire lives. The real awful part of that story is that the drugs work pretty well, but they don't work great. And those same people are probably institutionalized in the past, but the medications, while they were advanced, probably also ended the state support of care for people with severe mental illnesses.
She pretty much told me what's gonna fix it is going on antipsychotics. I don't know, sometimes she makes me feel kind of crazy when I'm talking about it.
Even for somebody who has experienced it, it's really hard to comfort somebody going through that.
The thing that's missing, they just need to be more open on other ways that people want to deal with it, rather than just going straight to you need to be on meds, you need to be on antipsychotics.
Just not being alone in those moments is the best thing you can do. When you're alone, your mind messes with you even more.
The fear of the unknown, a very basic, human response. But if you can understand again that this person actually has a brain disorder like Parkinson's and something like that, and okay, and here's a treatment, let's go on.
I just hope that more people feel comfortable talking about it, because even when I tell people, they're like, you actually hallucinate? I'm like, yeah. Like, it's gotten so normal for me that I'm like, this is my everyday life.
When you're a kid, you're afraid of the dark because you're alone. But when somebody else is in the dark with you, it's a lot less scary.